Anyone who starts anything ambitious, whether it's business, fitness, improving some skills, wants to achieve its full potential. Maybe you decided to start a business in order to get out of the 9-to-5 trap that you find yourself in, to become a financially free person. So you decided to give everything that you have to achieve that goal. But what happens is you make some money and then you get stuck. You can't move from that one point and you don't really want to push forward. You have enough money to pay your bills, so you slack off just a little bit. And then you slowly start to be satisfied with less than your initial goal. Be really careful because this is where big dreams die. This is your comfort zone. This is the first video that I'm actually making for myself as a note and a promise to myself. If you are now in this situation, you're probably not aware, but you are creating your own 9-to-5 prison. You have enough money not to panic, but you stopped pushing forward to the abundance that you initially had in your mind. And I would argue that this is even more dangerous place where dreams die than at the beginning of your journey where you have to push the most. We just fall into this initial comfort. So how does this happen? I visualize it in my mind as a timeline where at the beginning I have my starting point and at the end I have this big goal that I'm trying to get to, and then we start to push and then we push and it's really hard at the beginning, and then you get to one point where you get some results, you get some friction, you get something in return, right? And then you even start to see how you can get to the end goal, right? You can see the timeline in front of yourself, but then you decide to stop. You become stagnant, you become comfortable with the successes you've made, and you forget about the big goal because now you see it. You see where it is, you see the end. And then you kind of stop because you kind of know where you're going. And there is this weird thing that happens here, and it's presented, at least in my mind, in the form of a resistance, where I know where I am and I know where I want to go and I see the steps that I have to take, but I just don't take them because there is this weird resistance in my mind where I go and procrastinate. It's a procrastination actually. You are kind of proud what you did by now, and then you fall into the pit of your own success. You forget that that's not the end goal. Like, you're just beginning. Like, it's not the point where you want to be at the end. And you're acting as if your journey is already over. Let me give you an example of my own business. So I run a lead generation agency, and my goal for the longest time was to get out of the sales calls. I didn't want to take the sales calls. I wanted to sell everything by DMs and a landing page. So last summer, I finally cracked the code. I finally found a way to actually sell via DMs. So I was closing 2 clients every week, and I got, a lot of money, and it was consistent and everything was flowing in a nice way. But then I stopped. I would see person DMing me, hey, let's go, like, I'm gonna pay you the money. And I would answer tomorrow. And some of them just didn't want to pay tomorrow. Like, you have to act right now, right? It's not sales call, but you have to act now. And I don't know the reason why I did it. There is this resistance. There is this procrastination that occurs when you know that you cracked something. And it's such a weird thing. And we have to fight it. There is another example of my best friend who is, we went to the same college, we went to the physical therapy, and he decided to pursue a career in becoming a fitness coach. He had this big goal that he's going to create an online fitness program where he's going to have all his clients there after he gets some initial, like, in-person clients. And then what happened was he got to the first 10, 15, 20 clients in person. He saw the pathway to create that online program, and he just stopped. For the same reason, every one of my entrepreneur friend goes through the same thing. And if you don't see it, you can fall into this trap forever, and your dreams can literally die at this stage. You can create your own copy of 9-to-5 because now you just have few more thousands more per month, but it's not the big goal, right? You stopped at the beginning of a journey. You have no idea how much you can push forward, and that's not something where you want to be as a business owner. So I was thinking how to not fall into this trap. First step is to become aware that there is a resistance. Be aware that there is a procrastination happening in your mind. You have to be able to recognize the patterns that occur always when you're doing something that you push your business forward, or whatever skill you do. You have to be aware of the resistance that happens. Let me give you an example. You are trying to, let's say for example, I'm trying to grow this YouTube channel. And I know that I know the scripts. I know how to write them. And I know I have the camera, I bought the camera, I have everything set up, I have the lighting and everything. And then once I know I have to sit in front of the camera and film everything, I go and, I don't know, fix my hair. I go and do some push-ups. I go and do something outside. I tidy up the house. Why? You know, some things you have to do in advance, of course, but there are some things that I start to do just to get out of the situation where I know I have to sit down and record this. So the way that I would approach it right now, and which I did before this video, I had a script for 3 videos. And then I thought, okay, I have everything. I just have to sit down and record this. Let me go outside and take a walk. Why? Why is that thought there? Or let me go and do some ads for clients. Why is it there? You know, it's once you become aware that that's something that's happening, you can completely get it out of your life. But you have to take notes. You have to pay attention to your behaviors. You have to get out of yourself and watch yourself from a side to recognize these things so that you can get them out of your life. So the thinking model that I'm going to use from this point forward is to make the space between thinking about the execution of a plan and the actual execution of a plan as short as possible. So get that time in between, just move it away, right? Make it disappear. And I have a tattoo actually here. I don't know, can you see it? I don't negotiate with myself. And I made it actually at the start of my journey, of whole business journey, where I wanted to make that space, make that time between thinking of something and actually doing that as short as possible. And then you just lack off. You forget about it. Although I have a tattoo, I still forgot about it. So keeping that in mind always. The next thing is stop wishing for comfort, because that's where death of dreams occurs, right? And it doesn't actually feel good. Like, the comfort feels good only if it's earned. You feel comfortable to sit in front of a TV and drink a beer only when you've done a hard day, right? At the end of the day, once you did everything you had to do, then it feels good. In any other case, you feel, especially if you have this entrepreneurial mind, you feel sleazy. You feel that you haven't earned it. You have to stop wishing for comfort in that way, right? You can have small pieces of day where you are enjoying things, but your whole day can't be enjoying, right? Because it's not possible. Like, right? You have to earn your comfort. Every time I theoretically think about a comfort, I think like it's over, right? Because we don't actually want comfort. I had a lesson about the comfort from playing a game when I was younger. I was playing Skyrim, and I had this really hard quest where I couldn't pass one part where there was some dragon, whatever the quest was, and I went for cheat codes. So I think I was immortal. I could fly everywhere. I could move through objects, and I was like, okay, this is awesome. I could do everything now. 2 days afterwards, I deleted the game. And why did I delete it? Because there was no quest anymore. And the reason why you play the game is because there are challenges, right? You play because of the challenges. You don't play to get it over. You don't play to end the game. You play because it's hard. And it's the same thing with business. It's the same thing with why you even start to improve some skills. It's because you want challenges. You want excitement and you want the challenges. So having that in your mind always is going to allow you not to fall into the comfort pit. And lastly, always have the big goal in your mind, right? I think that the healthiest mindset you can have about it is being satisfied and grateful for the achievements that you already made, but always striving to move forward, right? At the same time, you don't want to be anxious about the future. You don't want to just think about the end goal that you set to yourself. You want to enjoy the fruits of your labor, right? You want to be able to be grateful for the things that you want to be proud of yourself for the things that you already achieved. But in any case where you exclude the other thing, it's not good. If you just fall into being proud of yourself, it's not good. If you just think about the end goal, it's again not good because you're not enjoying the process. It's all about the process. But if you combine those things together where you are satisfied with where you are, and then you still want that goal with the same hunger inside, I think that's a jackpot.